The Masonic Lodge, which is in Greenville, has served as kind of a center for the community for decades now. A fire, though, about a month ago, put that legacy in jeopardy.
News Center Maine's Akua DeVal shows us how members of the lodge and the community are working to rebuild and reclaim a storied past.
The architecture and the building itself was a tremendous design, and it was very sad to see it go.
That sense of loss still fresh in Greenville after a fire severely damaged the almost century-old Columbia Doric Masonic Lodge earlier last month, a building that Lodge Secretary Gino Murray says is thought of by many as a cornerstone of the town.
Tragedy, it's cultural. There's a lot of people that certainly are missing the building. It's a historical building.
That piece of history swiftly going up in flames last December as the fire ripped through the building, causing extensive interior damage and leading to the collapse of part of the lodge's roof.
Pretty much defensive operations to, prevent any further fire spread and to try to save what we could of the building.
Now members of the lodge say they're focusing on rebuilding, working with engineers to assess what can be restored and what needs to be reconstructed. Murray says rebuilding plans are in the early stages. Costs could exceed $3 or $4 million.
We're going to try to save what we can and then build from there.
My staff and we started chipping the ice off, and all of a sudden we saw that these were actually very salvageable.
Moosehead Historical Society Executive Director Luke Muzzy says the lodge was built and gifted in 1929 by local merchant Arthur Crafts, and that the focus is not only rebuilding for the future, but preserving the lodge's past.
You can rebuild buildings, you can do things, and we will. And the legacy of what Mr. Crafts did will remain with items like this. So we'll always preserve that memory in one way or another.
Murray notes that community support has poured in, with many offering help as fundraising and insurance discussions continue.
We're hopeful that we can restore it as best we can to the way it was.
We didn't save a ton of stuff, but we saved some very meaningful things, and it will allow us to have that connection to the past once a new lodge is built.
Determined to rebuild and preserve the building and its history for future generations. In Greenville, Akua DeVal, News Center Maine.
Columbia Doric Masonic Lodge members will hold their first meeting since the fire tonight at 7 o'clock at the Greenville Moosehead Historical Society.
And that is just a few blocks from the lodge.